a guy going to the club is different than a girl going to the club.
I feel like guys going out to the club
true.
every weekend, I feel like would be a lot more suspicious.
If she's attractive, there's a 100% chance she's going to get hit on while they're basically.
But we don't have
No,
to
but
talk to
it's
them.
different though. It's totally different because men and women, like, we flirt differently. So men, if we go to the club and we want to get female attention, we have to go up and approach women.
Mm-hmm.
We'd have to initiate. We have to take an active participatory role in initiating it, right? But as a girl, if you're in a relationship, you might have no intention of going up to anybody, right? But guys are still going to come up to you because they don't know that you're in a relationship. That's how women flirt, is to just be there, to just show up. So it's very different as a guy. But here's the thing. Hold on. Here's the difference. As a guy, if I go to a club and I'm in a relationship with a girl, ain't no girls coming to hit on me. But as a girl, if you go to a club and you're in a relationship with a guy with no intention for a guy to come up to you, there's guys that are going to come up to you.
Yep.
Okay, so because
to turn them off.
So because you guys are more vocal and more like, you guys are the ones who come up to us and you guys are the ones who flirt with us, that makes it a problem for us to go out.
I don't think it's a problem, but it's just
we're being approached.
Because of what you guys are doing.
Yeah, it's not our, like, we're making a choice to go out. That doesn't necessarily mean that we want to be flirted with. Like,
but you're
going out. You're coming up to us.
If you go I literally can't fucking go get to my car without someone approaching me and asking me for my number. Literally leaving the gym with my headphones on.
That totally happens.
This is why I was surprised only 10 dudes have slid into your DMs.
No, but that's different. Like a bar.
It happens more often in person than
right.
Instagram.
You can, but of course you should totally be free to maneuver through the world. But what I'm saying is, specifically with parties, clubs, and bars, those are very specific social environments where it's much more guaranteed that you're going to get approached.
Should we stop
drinking involved and
you could go,
so on.
You could go to Trader Joe's 20 times and nobody's going to talk to you. If you go to a party, club, or bar, somebody's coming to hit on you.
Very true.
Somebody's coming to hit on you. And
I mean, you're not wrong.
Thank you.
No, it's true. It's true. It's out of our control if we get approached, but it is fully in our control, being in a relationship, single or taken, whatever. If we want to, continue on with that conversation or turn you away.
Yeah.
And then, there's the question too. If your girlfriend's going out downtown, all the time, or going out to the clubs, there's the question: is she really going out every time just so she can get that attention?
Only you know your own truth at that point. Only you know your own truth. I only know my own truth. Like, it literally, we have no fucking clue. We have no clue unless we get proof, unless a video is taken or something like that.
Why do you guys go to parties, bars, and clubs?
To have fun.
Yeah, why can't we go out?
What is fun?
To have fun.
Music, entertainment.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if
having a good time out with a girl is
so there's
like,
no part of you that's interested in meeting boys?
All right, so just because there are men
when
there.
I'm single, yes.
I feel like it's not the focus for
When I'm
them.
single, yes.
Of course, but like
100%.
When I'm taken as well, I still go.
Absolutely not.
And it's like, it's not for only like the male gaze. I'm going with my girlfriends and I'm going to go have fun just because men are there and I'm like, and they're like open to like chatting with me. It doesn't mean I have to put like any of myself into that chat. I just want to have fun with my girls.
I mean, I went to the bar the other night with her and we literally just went to go play pool.
Let me just ask this.
No, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
Is one of the ways in which you have fun by getting attention and validation from men?
Absolutely not.
That's not.
It's
I
about
mean, not all the time.
Circumstance. It like happens, but
it's
like
about the laughs, the conversation. It's about the music. It's about the moment. It's not about the kind of guy that comes up to you and says, "Oh, hey, like I like how you look. Like, you're beautiful." Blah blah blah.
That gets exhausting. I'm just gonna put that out there. It gets exhausting having so many people approach you.
Most of the time, it's just like honestly, leave me alone. Like honestly, I go out to experience a really great time with the people that I love, which.
So do you just
they're standing right here.
Do you just always reject dudes?
I always reject dudes.
Left and right.
Most of the time, yes.
Damn.
Great, I'll buy you a
Always.
speaker.
It's hard out there for the guys that like you.
Like I do reject a lot of guys.
Have you ever been rejected?
No.
Have you ever been rejected?
I'm trying to think. Probably, but I don't know.
Have you guys ever approached dudes?
Yes.
So you've never been rejected then?
No.
Because you said you've approached men.
I've been rejected so many times.
Same.
Was this during the fat
I think
camp
I
era?
may have been.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Wow.
What? I thought. Come on.
It's a funny. It
There
was
was
a
no
funny
fat
joke.
camp. It was
a funny
Oh,
joke.
no
sorry.
fan camp.
The-
It
it was
was literally like, I mean, actually,
She
it's
said, she said
camp.
boarding school.
Yeah.
It was
it
boarding
was
school.
boarding school because I was misbehaved, but you know that's a story for another time.
we were with the boys here.
Yeah, we are.
We're just becoming.
I have a question though. So if you guys meet a girl at the club, or you meet her out, or you meet her like, you know, all of a sudden when you guys are serious and dating, is that going to be a problem if she goes out every weekend if you met her at the club?
Wait, sorry. Repeat,
Okay,
sorry,
I know.
Repeat it.
So if you, well, you don't go out, so I don't know if this is like a question, but like if you go out once and you meet the love of your life at the club, you're probably not. But if you meet like the love of your life at the club and all of a sudden her going out consistently is a problem, but you met her while you were out.
But did he know?
knew.
If he knew that she was going out
Yeah,
consistently
he
every
knew.
weekend, I
But then
feel
all of
like
a
if
sudden
you
he thought he could like handle it.
if
but
you
now
go
he
into
can't.
that relationship knowing this, it's kind of like you are accepting
Yeah.
these terms. You shouldn't have to be like, all right, now you have to change.
Exactly.
You know, like if you're going to a relationship with a girl that, I don't know, does OnlyFans and
Yeah,
whatever,
like,
I wouldn't do that. But like
Yeah.
you go into that relationship and then you tell her to stop.
Yeah.
It's not really your like.
Yeah.
You say you're going into that accepting those terms.
Okay.
I'll tell you this. I'm not looking for a wife in the club.
No, yeah.
Yeah, we're
don't.
definitely not in
To
there.
each their
Or you
own.
don't.
Choose your
Well,
preference.
well, I would-
or don't bother at all.
You're not gonna find love of your
So,
life at the
so
club.
to answer your question, in this hypothetical scenario where I would tragically find myself in a nightclub, which would be, man. The thing is that when for example, if I meet a girl in the club
Yeah.
and we just start dating, there's
Yeah.
not an immediate expectation that she's loyal to me either. There's
What
not
do
an
you mean
expectation.
dating?
Well, like
Like monogamous.
terms, the terms can change.
Yeah.
So it's not like the first time you meet someone that she's going to be loyal to
Yeah,
you
yeah.
right away,
100%.
right? But as you continue seeing each other for longer, then the terms of the relationship can be negotiated and change.
Mm-hmm.
So in the same way that maybe after a couple weeks or a month or 2 months, you guys have the discussion, hey, we're going to be monogamous. In that same way, you can also say, hey, if we're going to be in a monogamous relationship, I don't want you going to the club anymore.
But you met at the club?
Yeah, I mean, you can stop going to the club too.
I
Okay.
guess.
But
But
there.
that doesn't
But
make
in
sense
her
to me.
situation, she was saying if you knew that she was going every
Yeah.
weekend, like that was her.
And you basically like made it like like that's okay basically. And now all of a sudden you're taking it back.
If she came to me and she said, Brian, I want to be in a monogamous, serious, committed relationship with you, I would say, okay, here are my terms.
Wouldn't you cut it off before that because she's not your type of girl? Because she goes out all the time. Wouldn't you just go find someone that fits more into that?
And also, why would you
kind
go to a
of
club
scope.
looking for a girl if you don't want a girl in the club?
But no, she gave.
It was in her scenario.
No, but she
Her
gave
scenario.
me this
scenario.
hypothetical scenario.
No,
I guess
yeah. I think you just cut it off, to be honest.
I want to create a.
Quit it.
I've written this down. This is a dream world hypothetical that I want to pose to you guys.
Okay.
Wait, can you? No, guys. Put that. Just hide that. Come on. Put that down.
Okay, what?
Hide her hands, guys. Okay, so to try, I want to try to give you guys a scenario where it can make sense to you why guys have an issue with girls going to the clubs. So
I can see why.
I want you guys
You guys
to
can see why, right?
Yeah,
let
but
me-
like,
let me
I can
paint it.
understand you guys' situations and your guys' opinions. I can understand your
Jesus.
guys' situations
Shut
and
up.
opinions, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I agree with everything you guys say.
So let me paint a dream world
Respect it.
hypothetical scenario here for
Dream
you.
world.
Dream world.
Let's see it.
Pay attention.
Okay, we are.
Pay attention here. So we're going to create a dream world. And, unless as a guy you're like super famous, girls just don't hit up guys like in the example I'm about to provide. In the real world, like the vast majority of men go to parties, clubs, and bars straight up would get ignored if they didn't make the first move, do anything. So, okay. Would you be okay with your long-term monogamous partner going to a nightclub, bar, or party type environment where throughout the course of the night, he's going to get approached, flirted with, and sexually pursued by numerous attractive women, some of which are more attractive than you and could potentially be a better partner than you, and these women are buying him drinks, getting him drunk, and enthusiastically want to sleep with him that night and steal him away from you.
That's a lot.
Hold on. And his single manho friends are rallying, being a bad influence, telling him he should do it, and talking shit about you all night. You're going to tell me you'd be okay with that?
Would you guys be okay with that?
That's not necessarily what happens on a night out, and I would like to say something. So you're saying that, okay, so these girls are approaching him, and they might be more attractive than me.
Move the mic that way.
So this situation is happening, like, all together. Like,
but
whatever you
speak into the
said.
microphone.
I don't know if you noticed, but he described what
So
woman.
that's exactly what's going on
Wait,
in the
what?
situation?
Yeah.
He
what
described is what women go through
exactly.
all the time.
Exactly.
So
Like,
do guys
exactly.
With blue check marks.
What?
Okay,
What?
So do guys with blue check marks. They experience what he just said. Oh, sorry. They experience what he just said. Like guys with blue check marks and stuff like that. I've been in the position that you're talking about.
Right, but an
Guys
average
with
girl.
check marks?
He's like
What?
guys with
Instagram.
fame. Like, I think what she means is that guys with fame, they get approached
Well, yes,
a lot.
that's
Yeah,
what,
but
that's what I said.
That's what
Unless you're super famous, guys are not going to have.
You're super famous.
Yeah, I'm talking.
general,
average women get this experience that I just described. So
Average women.
Yeah.
average.
Not
women,
every woman.
Average.
Not every
women,
woman,
in
but
general?
average women do.
but most. Okay.
I get it. No, like I get it. Like you're explaining like what guys like do on an average night when they go out.
No. He's
Like-
explaining. Okay, look.
Like a
So let
girl's
me.
night out.
Hide the.
Can we just
Eric.
repeat the question?
I'm gonna repeat the hypothetical scenario. Eric, can you maximize?
My brain cells are dying too. Like what the fuck?
Eric, can you maximize the OBS so they can't read the comments while I'm explaining this to them? Okay, please pay attention.
We haven't.
Okay, so this is a dream world hypothetical scenario. This only happen unless you're like super famous. Girls really don't be hitting up guys like this. So this hypothetical scenario, would you be okay with your long-term monogamous partner going to a nightclub, bar, or party type environment where throughout the course of the night, he's going to get approached, flirted with, and sexually pursued by numerous attractive women, some of which are more attractive than you and could potentially be a better partner than you? These women are buying him drinks, getting him drunk, and enthusiastically want to sleep with him that night and steal him away from you. Also, his single manho friends are rallying, being a bad influence, telling him he should do it, and talking shit about you all night. You're going to tell me you'd be okay with that?
Okay, no, not with that. Definitely not.
Okay, so
Sorry,
Thank you.
Do you recognize this situation though? This.
Yes, because that's literally, I've seen that happen so many times to my friends. Like, I've seen that happen while I'm there. Because, like, I like to hang out with, like, my guy friends. You know, if anything, like, I sometimes prefer to hang out with my guy friends than my girlfriends. No offense.
None taken.
Okay, good. But, yeah, I've seen my guy friends who have had girlfriends, like, it's happened to them, you know, like, they're very attractive and they're being approached by, like, you know, multiple women or just one woman, and like I know like their relationship, you know, I know that this person's in a relationship, and I've seen like the other guys just be like, dude, just do it, like just do it, like it's fine, like she's not gonna find out, or like fuck her, like whatever, you know. And sometimes they give in and sometimes they don't, you know, which is really awesome when they don't give in, but when they do, it's just like it's a real letdown. You know, and so, I'm putting myself like in that position, like of the girl, like I would be absolutely heartbroken.
So you can see how this can be a little contradictory, because none of you would be okay with it, right? But then you say guys should be okay with girls going out all the time, but that's exactly the scenario.
She didn't say that.
Oh, you didn't say that, but you two mainly said that.
Yeah, like why are you guys asking us this question unless you think like every guy does it at a club?
You got speak into the microphone, please.
So I was asking, like, why would you ask the question unless you think like every other guy does that in the club? Like, you asked the question for a reason. Like,
the reason why he asked this question, she was asking why are you asking that question? The reason why he asked that question is because we were receiving criticism for saying like it's a deal breaker if a girl's regularly going to clubs without us. That situation that he just described that you guys wouldn't be okay with happening to your boyfriend, That happens to women all the time.
Think about it. Women getting hit on.
Which is why we're saying we're not okay with our long-term partners putting themselves in situations like that.
Yeah, and that's why I'm asking why you asked a question. Is like that what people like go through like at the club?
Yeah,
no, guys don't go through that.
You're saying you're saying you're not okay with him.
No,
that situation as he just described. But you guys were criticizing us, like looking at us like we were weirdos for not wanting our girlfriends to go clubbing.
I understand exactly what you guys are saying.
So you
can see the.
No,
yes, I see the contradictory
points. If you had like
points.
a girlfriend, like she would actually do that to you guys.
What do you mean? Okay, no, but look, like we could be saying to you guys, why aren't you okay with that?
We'll move on. Allison, do you have a take on this real quick?
We were saying a good girlfriend wouldn't want to do that, and you were like, what, why does that make her a bad girlfriend? Basically, like, why can't she go clubbing and still be a good girlfriend?
Eric, you can switch it back, by the way.
So that guy in that story, what we could be saying to you, like, why is that not okay for him to be doing that? Like,
I don't think
shouldn't you trust him?
No, I get it. You guys are just describing what girls go through and putting guy instead.
Yeah.
I know.
But he did that after you guys were looking at us skeptically and critically for saying we wouldn't be okay with long-term girlfriends doing that.
I would be okay with him doing that as long as he's not cheating.
Yeah, as long
There's
as
no way to know that. But if I trust my partner.
You're okay with him going into situations like that regularly where chicks are trying to get him drunk and have sex with him, his boys are cheering him on, you're totally cool with that?
Yes, as long as he's not doing it.
But
I think there's significant risks there.
There are big risks.
Hold on.
It's better to not put yourself in temptation.
Wait, did you say no when he first asked that?
I wouldn't be with the type of guy that would do like that thing to me. I would
do what thing?
Do exactly what you guys were saying. The hypothetical like situation you created. Like, I would never date a guy that would actually do that to me.
And that's why we're saying we wouldn't date women that would put themselves in situations like
that.
that. And you guys looked at us like we were controlling freaks.
Before you gave us a situation.
I feel like we shouldn't have needed to explain that though. I feel like that didn't even need to be explained.
Something like that has never happened to me.
Do you think that point of view is your point of view is the same though? Do you think it's the same?
Been put in what situation?
Where like these people talk about me behind my back while they're at like a club.
I mean, that's only
like
one part of the.
I know, but
thing.
I'm saying like I wouldn't be in a relationship with a guy that would.
Single friends are a terrible influence.
So bad.
I agree 100%.
Like if you're going out with your single friends and you're in a relationship,
that's difficult for sure.
So
like
bad.
that's not a good look.